the Flying Finn, the Iceman, the Ogre. These aren't comic book characters. These are some of the most legendary nicknames in World Rally Championship history. But how did these drivers actually get these names? Well, stick around because I'm about to reveal the stories behind every major WRC driver's nickname, and trust me, some of these are absolutely mental. Before we start, which WRC driver has the coolest nickname to you? Drop it in the comments. Let's see if the fans agree. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the nicknames of the greatest rally drivers to ever slide sideways through a forest at 120 miles per hour. We're talking about the legends who've dominated the dirt, the tarmac, and the snow. You'll find out which nickname came from a childhood joke, which one was earned through pure aggression, and which driver literally changed the sport forever with their ice-cold demeanor. But first, let me give you an example of just how insane some of these stories are. The Flying Finn, Tommi Mäkinen. Let's kick things off with one of the most iconic nicknames in motorsport history, the Flying Finn. Now, you might think this refers to just one driver, but here's the thing. It's actually been used for multiple Finnish rally legends. However, when most people hear Flying Finn, they think of Tommi Mäkinen. Mäkinen won 4 consecutive World Rally Championships from 1996 to 1999, all behind the wheel of a Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. The nickname came about because of the sheer speed and fearlessness that Finnish drivers brought to the sport. They attacked every corner like their lives depended on it, flying through stages with surgical precision. But why are Finnish drivers so dominant in rallying? Well, Finland has more rally drivers per capita than any other country on Earth. The roads are narrow, icy, and surrounded by trees. Basically, it's a natural rally training ground. Finnish kids grow up learning to drive on these treacherous roads, which is why they're so bloody good at it. Tommi Mäkinen embodied this perfectly. He wasn't just fast, he was calculated, aggressive, and absolutely relentless. When he was on a stage, he was flying simple as that. The nickname stuck, and to this day, when you mention the Flying Finn, rally fans know exactly who you're talking about. The Iceman, Kimi Räikkönen. Now, you might be thinking, wait, isn't Kimi Räikkönen a Formula One driver? And you'd be right. But before Kimi became a world champion in F1, he actually started his career in rallying. And even though he's more famous for his F1 career, his nickname, the Iceman, is legendary across all motorsport. Kimi got this nickname because of his ice-cold demeanor. The man shows zero emotion. Win or lose, crash or podium, Kimi's face stays the same. He's famously blunt in interviews, giving one-word answers and looking like he'd rather be anywhere else. His most famous line, "Leave me alone, I know what I'm doing." Absolute legend. But the nickname also fits because Kimi is Finnish, and Finland is cold, really cold. The kind of cold where you need to warm your car up for 20 minutes before driving it. So, the Iceman isn't just about his personality. It's about where he's from and the icy conditions he grew up driving in. Even when Kimi returned to rallying later in his career, competing in the WRC, he brought that same ice-cold focus. No drama, no excuses, just pure driving. That's why the Iceman is one of the most fitting nicknames in motorsport history. By the way, I'm going to be posting a lot here, so it would mean a lot if you subscribed and dropped a like for the algorithm. Sébastien Loeb, the Ogre. Right, let's talk about the most dominant rally driver of all time, Sébastien Loeb. 9 consecutive World Rally Championships. 9. That's not just dominance, that's complete and utter annihilation of the competition and his nickname, the Ogre. Now, you might be wondering, why would one of the most successful drivers in history be called an ogre? Well, it's not because he's ugly or mean, it's because he was an absolute monster on the stages. When Loeb was in his prime, he didn't just beat his rivals, he destroyed them. He'd win stages by 30, 40, sometimes 50 seconds. That's an eternity in rallying. The nickname came from his rivals and the media, who watched in disbelief as Loeb dominated year after year. He was relentless, almost robotic in his consistency. No mistakes, no drama, just pure speed. And just like an ogre in a fairy tale, he was the unstoppable force that everyone feared. What made Loeb even more terrifying was his versatility. He could win on gravel, tarmac, snow, ice, it didn't matter. He adapted to every surface and every condition. His co-driver, Daniel Elena, was the perfect partner, feeding him pace notes with military precision. Together, they were unstoppable. The Ogre wasn't just a nickname, it was a warning. If you saw Loeb's name on the entry list, you knew you were fighting for second place. Sébastien Ogier, the baby Ogre. Speaking of ogres, let's talk about Sébastien Ogier. Now, Ogier is another French rally legend, and he's won 8 World Rally Championships, 8. That's the second most in history, right behind Loeb. So naturally, when Ogier started dominating, people needed a nickname for him. Enter the Baby Ogre. Why Baby Ogre? Well, it's a play on Loeb's nickname, the Ogre. When Ogier first came onto the scene, he was seen as Loeb's successor. He was young, fast, and hungry. And just like Loeb, he started winning everything in sight. So, the media and fans started calling him the Baby Ogre, a younger, slightly less terrifying version of the original monster. But here's the thing. Ogier didn't stay a baby for long. He quickly proved that he was just as dominant as Loeb, if not more so in certain conditions. He won his first championship in 2013 and then proceeded to win 7 more in a row. That's not a baby, that's a fully grown ogre. The nickname stuck though, because it's catchy and it ties him to Loeb's legacy. But make no mistake, Sébastien Ogier is a legend in his own right. The baby ogre grew up, and he's still one of the most feared drivers in the WRC today, Colin McRae, Sideways Colin. Now let's talk about a true rally icon, Colin McRae. If you've ever played a rally video game, you've probably heard his name. Colin McRae, Rally was one of the most popular racing games of the late 90s and early 2000s. But Colin wasn't just a video game character, he was a real-life legend. Colin's nickname was Sideways Colin, and if you've ever watched footage of him driving, you'll understand why. The man drove every corner sideways, full commitment, full throttle, full send. He didn't care about being smooth or calculated, he just wanted to go fast, and he did it in the most spectacular way possible. Colin won the World Rally Championship in 1995, becoming the first British driver to do so. But what made him a legend wasn't just his speed, it was his style. He attacked every stage like it was his last, throwing his Subaru Impreza into corners with reckless abandon. Fans loved it because it was pure entertainment. Sadly, Colin passed away in a helicopter crash in 2007, but his legacy lives on. Sideways, Colin is remembered as one of the most exciting drivers to ever compete in the WRC. He proved that rallying isn't just about winning, it's about putting on a show. Ott Tänak, the Estonian missile. Let's move on to one of the current stars of the WRC, Ott Tänak. Tänak is from Estonia and he's one of the fastest drivers on the planet. His nickname? The Estonian Missile. Why a missile? Because when Tänak is on a stage, he's locked in. No hesitation, no second guessing, just pure, unadulterated speed. He attacks every corner with precision and aggression, and when he's on form, he's almost impossible to beat. Tänak won his first World Rally Championship in 2019, and he did it in style. He was driving for Toyota at the time, and he dominated the season, winning multiple rallies and proving that he's one of the best in the business. The nickname also fits because missiles are fast, deadly, and unstoppable, just like Tänak when he's in the zone. He's known for his no-nonsense approach to racing. He doesn't talk much, he doesn't make excuses, he just gets in the car and goes fast. That's why fans and rivals alike respect him. The Estonian Missile is a fitting name for a driver who's redefined what it means to be fast in modern rallying. Thierry Neuville, the Belgian Bullet. Next up, we've got Thierry Neuville, one of the most consistent drivers in the WRC. Neuville has been competing at the top level for over a decade, and while he's yet to win a world championship, he's been a runner-up multiple times. His nickname? The Belgian Bullet. Why a bullet? Because Neuville is fast, direct, and always on target. He's known for his aggressive driving style and his ability to push the limits of his car. When Neuville is on a stage, he's not messing about. He's going for it. The nickname also plays on his nationality. Belgium isn't exactly known for producing rally legends, but Neuville has put the country on the map. He's proven that you don't need to be from Finland or France to compete at the highest level. Neuville drives for Hyundai, and he's been one of their most successful drivers. He's won multiple rallies and has been a title contender for years. The Belgian Bullet might not have a championship yet, but he's still one of the most dangerous drivers in the WRC, Carlos Rovanperä, the young lion. Finally, let's talk about the future of rallying, Carlos Rovanperä. At just 22 years old, Carlos became the youngest ever World Rally Champion in 2022, and then he did it again in 2023. This kid is special, and his nickname reflects that, the young lion. Why a lion? Because despite his age, Carlos drives with the confidence and aggression of a seasoned veteran. He's fearless, attacking every stage with the kind of bravery that most drivers take years to develop. He's not intimidated by the legends he's racing against. He's out there to beat them. Carlos comes from a rallying family. His father, Harry Rovanperä, was also a rally driver, so Carlos grew up around the sport. He started driving at a young age, and by the time he reached the WRC, he was already one of the fastest drivers on the planet. The Young Lion is a perfect nickname because it captures both his youth and his ferocity. He's the future of the WRC, and if he keeps driving the way he has been, he's going to break every record in the book. So there you have it, the stories behind some of the greatest nicknames in WRC history. From the Flying Finn to the Young Lion, these drivers didn't just earn their nicknames through speed, they earned them through style, aggression, and pure dominance. But here's the thing. Everything I've just told you about these legendary drivers won't mean anything if you don't understand the cars they drove. So click on this video right here where I break down the most iconic rally cars of all time, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.